Good evening, everybody. This is Kurt Berglund with Payoff Pitch Baseball for you today, but it's not the dream season. Trying something a little bit different, see how it goes, and to see what you think. If it piques your interest, here's my thought. I just bought the 1981 Payoff Pitch season, and it arrived about 10 days ago or so, and thrilled. Cards look great. Everything's good to go. But I've never done anything much with the 1981 season in any game engine. And so I was thinking about how I might go about using these cards and what kind of a project to create with them. And then it kind of hit me. I was a big Cubs fan in 79, 80, 81, 82. And Bill Buckner, my favorite all-time player. And one of the things, the Cubs were amazingly bad when you look at the whole record in 1981, especially before the strike. And then if you look at their combined record, it's not so good because after the strike, they were still 5 games under 500. But that was a big improvement over what they did in the first half, or the first 50 games or so. So one of the things that happened in the preparation for the post-strike baseball season in 1981 is that Mayor Jane Byrne, who, fantastic lady, I met her once, really, really nice. Anyway, she wanted to take the opportunity to help the Cubs and the Sox get back together, get their game back on and get their batting eye back and so forth. And so she proposed that the Mayor's game be restarted. And so what her idea was that there would be one game played at Comiskey Park and one game played at Wrigley Field right before baseball resumed on August 10th in 1981 after the strike. So they did that, and they played a game in Comiskey Park, and I want to say it was on the 7th of August, and then they played a game in Wrigley Field the next day because there were no lights in Wrigley Field at that time. That would have been on the 8th, and then I think, if my days are probably off here, someone can fix me up on that, but then the All-Star game happened on the 9th, and the season resumed on the 10th, I think. Pretty sure. Anyway, I could be off, doesn't matter. My idea here is to play around with the second half of the Cubs season and to see if I can get them to make a little bit of a run at the second half title. It's not going to happen. This is a pretty horrible team. In fact, they were competitive in the second half into September for that second half title. Remember, we're only talking about what would it have been? Maybe 50 games or so between August 10th and the end of the season. They picked up the schedule and went right along. So I'm intrigued by the idea with that short of a runway of trying to see if I can get the Cubs close to a second half title in the National League East. But I don't know if you're interested in watching that or not. So tonight, what I'm going to do is to recreate the first of the exhibition games that Mayor Byrne proposed. And this is the one at Comiskey Park. Now, this isn't the Cell or whatever they're calling it these days. It's the old Comiskey Park. That game in real life ended up being a 0-0 tie. The next day, the Cubs and White Sox played at Wrigley Field, and that game was not a 0-0 tie. In fact, it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. So I cannot find any records of the game itself in Comiskey Park. I can find the video for the Wrigley Field game, but I don't know what the batting orders were. I have no idea who pitched. So this first game is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of pulling together the guys that I want to see play from these two teams and to see if I can do anything with these 81 Cubs, especially against the 81 White Sox, which was also a very fun team. And the 81 White Sox, of course, was the first year that the White Sox were owned by, first full season that they were owned by Jerry Reinsdorf and at that time Eddie Einhorn. And they put together a ball club. They got themselves Ron LaFleur and, as Bill James says in the 1982 abstract, LaFleur, LaFisk, and LaFatty, referring to Ron LaFleur, Carlton Fisk, and Greg Luzinski. And they did make a run at it at their second half title as well, and I think they finished in third overall, but young team on the way, and you could see them moving toward being a contender, and of course they eventually won the American League West a couple of seasons after that. So these are a couple of intriguing teams. Going to play a game here on Payoff Pitch, recreating sort of the exhibition game at Comiskey Park before the split season restarted in 1981. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think, and if you'd be interested in seeing more of it from the Cubs baseball perspective. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy tonight's game. Let's get to the lineup. Now that really long introduction to this ball game is over, let's get to the starting lineups and the batting orders and the pitchers for tonight's game. Again, it's August of '81. The Cubs are the visiting team, so let's look at their lineup first. Leading off in left field, it's Steve Henderson. Batting second at shortstop, Ivan DeJesus. Batting third at first base is Bill Buckner. Batting fourth in center field, it's Bobby Bonds. Batting fifth in right field, it's Leon Durham. Batting sixth, the DH, Jerry Morales. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jody Davis. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Ken Reitz. And batting ninth and playing second base, Pat Tabler. For the homestanding Chicago White Sox, batting first and leading off in left field, Ron LaFleur. Batting second at second base, Tony Bernazard. Batting third and doing the catching, Carlton Fisk. Batting fourth, the DH, Greg Luzinski. Batting fifth, right fielder, Harold Baines. Batting sixth, center fielder, Chet Lemon. Batting seventh, third baseman, Jim Morrison. Batting eighth, first baseman, Mike Squires. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, Bill Allman. On the mound for the Cubs in this one is Doug Bird. He split his season between the Yankees and the Cubs, came to the Cubs in the trade for Rick Russell and Pat Tabler. So, on the 1981 season, Bird pitched 29 games, 16 starts, 2 complete games, 128 innings, a 9-6 record with a .322 earned run average. For the homestanding Chicago White Sox, it's Britt Burns on the mound, their ace, 24 games, 23 starts, 5 complete games, 156 innings with a 10-6 record and a .264 earned run average. At this point in his career, definitely, without question, one of the top young pitchers in the game. So, those are your lineups and your opposing pitchers. The year is 1981. Let's play some baseball. Steve Henderson stands in to lead this one off in Comiskey Park. The pitch to him is hit to third base. That's Jim Morrison. And I got to look him up. Jim Morrison. makes the play. And there's one down. Throw to Mike Squires for the putout, and we are underway. Ivan De Jesus hit .229 against left-handers in 1981. He steps in against Britt Burns. Burns the wind and the pitch, and he strikes him out. There's two gone in the Cub first. And now it's Bill Buckner. Buckner hit .313 against left-handers. Burns the pitch. Ground ball second base. That's Tony Bernazard. He's going to throw to Squires, and it's a 1-2-3 first inning for Britt Burns and the White Sox. Coming on up, it's LaFleur, Bernazard, and Fisk for the Sox. In the bottom of the first against Doug Bird, Ron LaFleur hit 2 1/4 against right-handers in the 1981 season. The pitch is called strike 3. LaFleur is gone in the bottom of the first. We're underway with the Sox. Bernazard, .269, the second baseman for the Sox. The pitch to him is hit in the air to right field. That is Leon Durham. He's coming in a few steps, and he'll make the play for out number 2. And now Carlton Fisk, .258 with a .349 on base average against righties on the season. This is a line shot, snared by De Jesus, and the Sox are gone in the first. Bird and Burns exchange 1-2-3 innings. So we go to the top of the second. 0-0 is the score. Bobby Bonds, Leon Durham, Jerry Morales in the top of the second for the Cubs. Bobby, 195 against lefties on the season, and he draws a walk to lead off the second. He's on first. Leon Durham, 210 against lefties. The young star of the Cubs, got him in the Suter trade. Hit to center, Chet Lemon, and over into left center a little bit, and he's going to make the catch. Bobby Bonds returns to first base, and there's one gone in the second. Jerry Morales steps up. Pitch to Jerry. He pops him up. Tony Bernazard's calling, just barely on the infield dirt, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And here comes Jody Davis. He had just assumed the starting catching duties before the strike started. So we're giving him the start in this one. Burns the wind and the pitch. And this is grounded a comebacker to Burns. He gloves it and flips to Squires, and that retires the Cubs in the second. Played 1.5 and we're scoreless at Old Comiskey Park. Doug Bird back out on the mound. He'll face Luzinski, Baines, and Lemon in the White Sox second. The Bull, 275 against right-handers. And this one's a hanger. Hit deep to left. Steve Henderson back to the track, to the wall. Elvis has left the building. So has Greg Luzinski. It's 1-0 White Sox. In the bottom of the second, there's nobody out. Baines comes up. 282 for Harold on the season. Ground ball first. That's Buckner. He's going to flip to Bird covering, and there's one gone in the second. Chet Lemon, 304 against right-handers. Bird the wind. The pitch lifted in the air to left. Henderson running toward the line, and he will get there for out number 2. And now Jim Morrison, 238, coming off a big 1980 season and disappointed mightily. But this time he flies to left. Steve Henderson calling, and will make the catch. That will retire the Sox in the second, but Luzinski's solo homer gives Chicago White Sox baseball a 1-0 lead. We go to the third, and Britt Burns is coming back out. He'll face Reitz, Tabler, and the top of the order with Steve Henderson. Cubs looking up at a 1-0 deficit. And Reitz gets a hanger. This one is smashed to short. Allman with the dive. Gloves it. Gets up. Throws to Squires. He gets Reitz by a step and a half. Kenny not too quick. And there's one gone in the third. Pat Tabler coming up against Britt Burns. Pat, 154 against left-handers. Hit in the air to center. Chet Lemon coming in a few, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And now Steve Henderson with nobody on. The pitch. Hey, struck him out for another 1-2-3 inning for Burns. We've played 2.5. 1-0 White Sox, and we got Squires, Allman, and the top of the order with Ron LaFleur coming up in the third for the Men in Black, or white, depending upon your point of view. Squires, 276, and the best defensive first baseman I've ever seen in my life. Hit in the air to right. This one is going to be taken by Durham, and there's one gone in the third. Billy Allman, 289 against right-handers. This one is a liner to left. It's going to drop in front of Henderson. He's aboard with a single. And he's a threat to go. 16 stolen bases in 22 attempts. LaFleur stands in. Let's check Jody Davis's throwing in 1981. He's a 2. Allman is a C. All right, so LaFleur is up. 0 for 1 for Ron on the day. The pitch, Bird to the belt, the pitch home. Popped him up. Pat Tabler into the outfield a little bit. Infield fly is called, and there's 2 gone. Tony Bernazard with Allman retreating to first. And 269 against righties and 0 for 1 on the day today. The pitch to Bernazard. Is a grounder to third. That's gloved by Reitz. He's going to go the short way to Tabler, and that will retire the Sox in the third. We've played 3, and thanks to the bull, the White Sox bull, not Leon Durham, but Greg Luzinski. It's 1-0 White Sox as we go to the fourth. DeJesus, Buckner, and Bonds coming up for the Cubs. Still looking for their first hit. The pitch from Burns is a hanger to DeJesus. Ivan smashes it to right, and Baines going back almost to the track and will make the catch for out number 1. Bill Buckner comes up. 0 for 1 for Billy today. Pitch to him. It's another hanger. And this is drilled to right. Baines back to the track, to the wall. Elvis has left the building. So has Bill Buckner. This game is tied at 1. The Cubs' first hit is a long one from Billy Buck. I'll bring up Bonds, who walked in the second, his only trip. Burns the wind. Another hanger. Bobby hits it over Lemon's head. It's going to bounce off the wall. And Bobby Bonds, before Lemon can get it back in, has himself a double. The lead run is in scoring position in the fourth for Durham. Burns to the belt. His first jam of the night. Burns to the belt. Checks Bonds at second. The pitch home to Durham. Is hit hard to left center. This one's going to get beyond LaFleur, beyond Lemon. It's going to bounce off the wall. Bond scores. Look at Durham run. He's got himself a sliding triple. And it's 2-1 Cubs in the top of the fourth. There's one man out. Morales coming to the plate. And Burns in a jam. La Russa's playing the infield back. They think they can score on the Cub pitching. Morales is 0 for 1. Durham takes his lead off third. There's one man out. The pitch to Morales is a base hit. Morales brings home Durham. It's 3-1 Cubs, and Burns is on the ropes. La Russa not happy, looking at the bullpen phone, and he's got some action going. It's Dewey Robinson throwing in the Sox bullpen, and Jody Davis coming to the plate. Jody's 0 for 1. Morales is on first. There's one man out. Of course, Jody is a double play target. If Burns can get him to hit it on the ground. Line drive, base hit, Jody Davis. Morales will stop at second. 5 consecutive hits for the Cubs. Reed's coming up. One man out. Burns to the belt. The pitch. Nope. Fisk blocks the pitch in the dirt. No advancement. Morales still at second. Davis still at first. Reed's in there. The pitch home to Kenny. Hayes struck him out for the second out of the inning. Burns with a chance to get out of it if he can retire Tabler. Morales going on contact. The pitch. He walked him. He walks Pat Tabler, and the bases are dripping with Cubs. Steve Henderson coming to the plate. They're loaded. 3 are in. Henderson, a 358 monster against left-handers. The pitch from Burns is a base hit. It's a base hit. It's going to score Morales. It's going to score Davis. Tabler will stop at second. It's a 2-run single for Henderson. And here comes Tony La Russa. Now, you might remember him. He used to be the manager of the Chicago White Sox way back in 1979. You probably don't even have any reason to think about him anymore. He is signaling to the bullpen for for Dewey Robinson to come in. Give you Burns' numbers. That's it. He's got a short night. 3 2/3 innings. 6 hits. 5 runs so far. He's got 2 men on base that are his responsibility. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 home run. Ivan DeJesus coming up against Robinson. Cubs lead 5-1. Robinson to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball third, gloved by Morrison. He's going to throw to Squires, and that'll retire the Cubs in the fourth. But the damage is done. The Cubs put up a crooked number, a 5 spot in the top of the fourth, and stake Doug Bird to a 4-run lead. So in the bottom of the fourth for the White Sox, it'll be Fisk, Luzinski, and Baines coming up. Bird the wind, the pitch to Carlton Fisk. Hey, struck him out. That's Doug Bird's first strikeout on the day. Greg Luzinski coming up. He homered in the second. Pitch to Luzinski. Ground ball short. Ivan DeJesus has all day, and he throws out Luzinski after watching him run down the line for a while. Baines is 0 for 1. Pitch to him. Hey, struck him out. Bird with 2 strikeouts on the inning. A 1-2-3 for him. We go to the 5th. It's 5-1 Cubs. Buckner, Bonds, and Durham are due in the 5th. They're going to face Dewey Robinson, the right-hander. 4 games, 4 innings, a 450 earned run average. Bill Buckner's up. Left-handed batter, 1 for 2 with a dong last inning. The pitch is hit to center. That's Chet Lemon on the run. He will make the catch for the first out of the 5th. Bobby Bonds coming up. Bobby is 1 for 1, a double, a run scored, and a walk. Having a good day. Dewey Robinson the belt. It's a hanger to Bobby and hit deep to center. Lemon on his horse. Lemon to the track. Lemon to the wall. It's gone. Bobby Bonds has left the building. So has Elvis. It's 6-1 Cubs. And Tony La Russa, I would make a joke about some kind of a substance, but it's not funny. So I'm not going to do that. But he is going to get Kevin Hickey up, along with Ed Farmer, in the Sox bullpen. And he's not happy with these developments. Dewey Robinson will face Durham. Durham is 1 for 2 with a triple, a ribby, and a run scored. The pitch to Leon is a base hit. It's a base hit to center. Leon Durham takes Robinson right back up the middle. Morales comes to the plate. There's 1 man out. Robinson to the belt. The pitch to Morales. Hit to the gap in center. It's going to land between Lemon and Baines. Look at Leon Durham flying around the bases. Jerry Morales has himself a double. The Cubs score another one as Durham crosses the plate, and that's going to do it for Dewey Robinson. Tony La Russa's had enough, and it's going to be Ed Farmer coming on. 7-1 Cubs. Kevin Hickey continues to throw. Ed Farmer will come on to face Jody Davis. An occasional closer, 1980 All-Star Game selection, but the wheels kind of fell off in 81. 42 games, 10 saves, 52 innings, a 3-3 record with a 461 earned run average. Dewey Robinson pitched a third of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, a homer, no walks, no strikeouts. And Morales is his responsibility, but Farmer wants to get him. We'll see how that goes. It's the top of the 5th. There's 1 man out, and Jody Davis is at the plate. Jody is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Morales takes his lead off second. The pitch is grounded to third, gloved by Morrison. He's going to throw to Squires as Morales holds for 2 down. And now Ken Reitz. Kenny is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Farmer to the belt. The pitch is a base hit for Reitz. It's a line drive to left, and charging is LaFleur. Morales will stop at third. Cubs again with men at the corners. It's 7-1. Farmer in a jam. Tabler's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's at the plate right now. Ed to the belt. The pitch home. He walked him. Bases are again dripping with Cubs. They're loaded for Henderson. Last time this was the situation, Henderson drilled a 2-run single. Steve is 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies and a whiff on the day. Farmer to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball second. Bernazard goes the short way to Allman, and that will retire the side, but After another long inning, the Cubs plate 2 runs. And after 4.5, we're halfway home. It's 7-1 Cubs. A word from our sponsor, Lakeside Beef. Not just Lakeside Beef, friends. It's Lakeside Beef with juices. Let's check the nutrition facts. We're talking about 1/4 cup of this stuff. 1/4 cup of Lakeside Beef gets you 12% of your daily value of fat. 20%, 4 grams in 1/4 cup of saturated fat. Cholesterol, you got a problem? It just got worse. 35 milligrams of cholesterol in 1/4 cup serving of Lakeside Beef. The good news, protein, 10 grams. You might get filled up if you eat a lot of it. Lakeside Beef with juices. What's their motto? You'll be dead before your head hits the table. Try it today, friends. Bottom of the 5th, Chet Lemon, Jim Morrison, and Mike Squires for the White Sox. Doug Bird, back on the mound. He's allowed 2 hits. He hasn't walked anybody, and he's struck out 2. And one of the hits, of course, accounted for the run. It's Greg Luzinski's solo homer back in the 2nd that gave the White Sox, at that time, a 1-0 lead. So the White Sox have some work to do here in the bottom of the 5th. Chet Lemon leads it off. Bird, the wind, the pitch. Ground ball first. It's Buckner. He's going to flip it to Bird. Not flip the Bird. He's going to toss the ball to Bird. He's not flipping Doug the Bird, although he might. I don't know. He could get cranky. But there's one out in the bottom of the 5th because Chet Lemon's out. Jim Morrison up there now. Doug Bird, the pitch. Ground ball second base. Pat Tabler throws to Buckner. There's 2 gone. And now Mike Squires. Mike is 0 for 1. Pitch to him is a base hit. This goes a hard grounder into right field. Leon Durham collects it and throws it back in. There's a man aboard with 2 outs for Allman. Bird from the stretch now. The pitch to Billy Allman is hit in the air to center. Bobby Bonds back a few steps and will make the catch, and that retires the Sox in the 5th. Bird with a tidy 5 innings, and Ed Farmer's coming back out for the 6th to face DeJesus, Buckner, and Bonds for the Cubs as they lead by 7-1. And I'm as a disbelief as you are that this team scored 7 runs in 5 innings, much less 7 runs in a week. Okay. DeJesus at the plate. Ivan is 0 for 3 with the strikeout. Farmer, the pitch. He walks him. Ivan runs down to first base, and now it's Buckner. Bill is 1 for 3 with a dong in the 4th. Ground ball short. That's Allman. He goes to Bernazard for 1. Buckner beats the rap at first. So with 1 out now, it's Bonds. Bobby 2 for 2, a double, a homer, 2 runs scored, a ribby, a walk, and later he's going to drive everybody home. He strikes him out on some gas upstairs. Ed Farmer bringing the heat. 2 down, and Durham 2 for 3, triple, ribby, 2 runs scored. The pitch from Farmer. Ground ball, Allman goes to Bernazard the short way and retires the side. So nothing across for the Cubs in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. we're going to have a new Cub pitcher for the top of the Sox order: LaFleur, Bernazard, and Fisk. The pitcher is going to be, Raleigh Eastwick, the old Cincinnati Reds closer. 30 games for Raleigh, 43 innings, 1 save, 0-1 record with a 2.28 earned run average. He gets the duties here in the 6th inning. LaFleur digs in. Sox are down by 6. The pitch to Raleigh. Ground ball shortstop. Ivan DeJesus to his right. Fires to Buckner at first, and there's one gone. Tony Bernazard is 0 for 2. Pitch from Raleigh is a line drive left field base hit. He's on. And Fisk 0 for 2 with a whiff. Eastwick to the belt. The pitch is a blooper towards right field. Can Durham get there? No, he can't. And Bernazard's going to take third as the throw comes into second. Sox with men at the corners in the 6th. Luzinski, 1 for 2 with a dong in the 2nd. Eastwick to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball, DeJesus. Ivan to Tabler for 1, to Buckner for 2. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play for the Cubs, and the Sox are retired in the 6th. Greg Luzinski will get to first base in about 3 weeks. Sox will bring out a new pitcher for the 7th. Ed Farmer has done his work. It'll be Morales, Davis, and Reitz. And the new pitcher will be Dennis Lamp. Dennis Lamp is on probably his best season, 27 games, 10 starts, 3 complete, 127 innings, a 7-6 record with a 241 earned run average, and almost a complete game, or a no-hitter against the Milwaukee Brewers. Farmer went 1 1/3 innings. Yeah. Yeah, Farmer went 1 1/3 innings, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs, no hits. Lamp is on to face Morales, Davis, and Reitz. Pitch to Jerry is a base hit up the middle. Morales with his 3rd hit of the day. 3 for 4 for Jerry, and Davis will come to the plate. Cubs getting it going again. Jody is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Lamp hit in the air to center. Lemon, it's high, but it's not deep. He's going to make the catch, and there's 1 gone in the 7th. Now it's Reitz, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Lamp to the belt. The pitch is a base hit for Reitz. He's got 2 hits. It's a liner in front of LaFleur. Morales will stop at second. Reitz is at first. There's 2 on for Tabler in the top of the 7th. Lamp to the belt again. The pitch to Tabler. Hey, struck him out. There's 2 gone. And now Steve Henderson with 2 on and 2 outs. Lamp to the belt. The pitch home to Steve is a pop-up. Tony Bernazard toward the second base bag will make the catch, and that'll retire the Cubs in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch them out at Comiskey Park. Your score, 7-1 Cubs. New pitcher for Chicago will be Doug Capilla. 42 games, 51 innings, a 1-0 record with a .318 earned run average for the lefty. Spent some time with the Reds. Spent some time in prison. No, he didn't. I'm just saying that. Just seeing if you're paying attention. Baines. Baines is 0 for 2. He's facing the left-hander Capilla for the first time. The pitch from Doug. Hey, struck him out. There's one gone in the 7th. Chet Lemon's 0 for 2. He's in there against Capilla. The wind by the lefty. And this one is drilled to left, a base hit for Lemon. He's aboard. Morrison 0 for 2. Capilla to the belt. It's a hanger. It's a hanger to Morrison. And it's hit deep to left. Steve Henderson to the track, to the wall. Elvis has left the building. So has Jim Morrison. That's 2 pop stars, 2 rock stars, 2 celebrities from the 1960s that have left this building. It's 7-3 Cubs as Morrison goes deep. Squires is scheduled, but he will not bat. As here comes the right-handed part of that platoon combo, Lamar Johnson to pinch hit for Mike in the 7th. 7-3 Cubs. Capilla gives up a 2-run bomb. And Johnson, with 1 out, wants to get on base. 2-17 for Lamar against lefties. Not real great. Capilla the wind, the pitch. A comebacker, he gloves it and throws to Buckner. There's 2 gone, and now Bill Allman. 337 against lefties. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch from Capilla to Allman is drilled, a base hit to right. He goes the other way. Allman's aboard. LaFleur coming to the plate. Cubs on the bullpen phone. They got Lee Smith and Willie Hernandez throwing in the bullpen. LaFleur is 0 for 3. Allman's at first working on his lead. Capilla to the belt. The pitch to LaFleur. A comebacker, another one, gloved by Capilla. He's going to throw to Buckner, and that will retire the Sox in the 7th. But a 2-run dong lights my fire. It's now Cubs 7, Sox 3. Jim Morrison is riding on that storm. I'm just about out of Doors music that I know, and I'm way past Doors music that I care about. Wow. I don't know who that keyboard player was, but rolling his head up and down, up and down the keyboard was his whole gig. All right, we're going to the 8th. 7-3 Cubs. Lamp back on the mound. DeJesus is 0 for 3 with a walk. Pitch to Ivan. Ground ball third. Morrison gloves it. Throws. Johnson on the bag at first. Takes it for the out. 1 gone in the 8th. It's Buckner. Billy 1 for 4 with a dong in the 4th. Lamp. The pitch to him. Popped him up. Morrison gonna make another play. He's gaining a little weight, just like he did back in, I don't know, the 70s. 2 gone, and Bonds, 2 for 3, double, homer, 2 runs scored, walk, whiff, the pitch from Lamp. Ground ball second, that's Bernazard. He's going to throw to Johnson, and Lamp has himself a 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Going to have a new Cub pitcher. It's going to be Lee Smith in the bottom of the 8th, which would have been his rookie year. To face Bernazard, Fisk, and Luzinski. Tony, 1 for 3 on the day. Smitty, the wind, the pitch. Ground ball second. Tabler to first. There's 1 man gone. Fisk is 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The pitch to Fisk is looped to right, just over Tabler's head. That's a base hit. And with 1 out, Fisk is aboard. Luzinski coming to the plate. He hit a solo bomb in the second. He grounded into a double play in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. Smith to the belt, checks Fisk. The pitch home. Grounded to short. Gloved by DeJesus, to Tabler for 1, to Buckner for a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play. 2 double plays, 6-4-3 style in the game for Luzinski. Kevin Hickey coming on. In the top of the 9th for the White Sox. "41 games, 3 saves, 44 innings pitched, an 0-2 record with a .365 earned run average. Will face Durham, Morales, and Davis in the 9th. 7-3 Cubs. Leon 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a triple and a ribby. The pitch to him from Hickey. Ground ball third, gloved by Morrison. To Johnson for the out. That's 1 gone. Jerry Morales, 3 for 4. Double. 2 ribbies. Run scored. The pitch to him from Hickey is hit deep to right center. It's going to get past Lemon all the way to the wall. Look at Jerry Morales go. He's going to pick himself up a triple and his 4th hit of the day. And Jody Davis is coming up. Lamar Hoyt throwing in the Sox bullpen. Jody Davis, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Sox infield is in. They want a shot to win this thing. Hickey to the belt. The pitch home to Jody. Ground ball third. Morrison. Now I gotta check this. Morrison checks checks Morales at third and throws to Johnson at first for the putout. There's 2 gone as Morales holds at third. Now it's Reitz, 2 for 4 for Kenny with a strikeout. Hickey to the belt. The pitch is lofted to left. LaFleur coming in, and he makes the catch to retire the Cubs in the top of the 9th. Hickey with an effective inning, no runs across, just 1 hit. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Dick Tidrow on for the Cubs. Their closer, sort of, kind of, mostly. 3-10 with a 506 earned run average, 51 games, 9 saves, 74 innings pitched. Cubs lead 7-3 over the Sox. Harold Baines at the plate. He is 0 for 3 with a pair of Ks. Tidrow the wind, the pitch. To left, Henderson back, but he has room, and there's one gone in the ninth. Chet Lemon, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Tidrow the wind, the pitch to Chet. It's a base hit to left. He pulls it in front of Henderson, and he's aboard. Chet Lemon's second hit of the day. It's time for Jim Morrison to light our fire. 1 for 3. A dong in the seventh that drove in 2. Tidrow to the belt. Lemon at first. The pitch home to Morrison. Hey, struck him out. That's 2 gone. And now Lamar Johnson is due, and he hit 307 against righties, so they're going to let him bat. 1 for 3 for Lamar on the night. Tidrow to the belt. Checks Lemon at first. The pitch home is trouble. Hit to left. Got a chance to get out of here. Henderson to the wall. It's off the wall. Look at Lemon flying around the bases. Lamar Johnson will stop with a double, and Henderson gets the ball back into Jesus, and it's 7-4. Allman comes to the plate. Lamar Johnson's run doesn't mean much, so they're not going to run for him. Allman is 2 for 3 on the day. 289 against righties. Tidrow to the belt. Checks Johnson at second, but he's not going anywhere. The pitch home to Allman. To left. Steve Henderson coming on. He's got it, and that will win the game for the Chicago Cubs 1981 vintage. We'll give you the line, the final score. Cubs 7, Sox 4. We'll give you the line scores. 7 runs for the victorious 1981 Chicago Cubs on 12 hits, and they committed no errors. For the vanquished 1981 Chicago White Sox, 4 runs on 11 hits, and they had no errors. The winning pitcher is Doug Bird. The losing pitcher is Britt Burns, and there was no save. That was fun. That was a 1981 bushel of fun. Alrighty. Well, I thank you for joining me. Let me know if you liked this 1981 vibe, Cubs vibe going on. I didn't even get to the Cubs bench very much. Tried out some pitchers. So let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, do the whole 9 yards. My name's Kurt Berglund. Thank you for being with me. Hope you have a good night. So long, everybody.